first off, none of these streamers are actually gambling with their own money. It's fake money that comes from the sponsorship in the form of like an account with $20,000 on it that you can gamble with to your heart's content, but you can just never withdraw that $20,000. Essentially, it's just play money. It's monopoly money. Why is this a problem though? Well, it serves to sell the idea of gambling as more harmless, more palatable fun. If my favorite streamer can gamble $20,000 and it's no big deal and it's fun and it's harmless, then sure enough, I can gamble $200 or $2,000. And the idea is to make gambling palatable. It's to make it seem like the streamer is putting their own money at risk and the streamer is comfortable doing this, but they're not. It's a marketing tactic. And I think this is one of the things that might be problematic for the FTC. This is improper disclosure of the sponsorship because sure enough, the sponsorship is paying them to have the stream, but the sponsorship is also providing them all of the resources to fake this stream as if they're actually gambling. And so I'm going to show you Yasuo here, that this ad, the hashtag ad that all these Twitch streamers put on there to try to like cover their butts when it comes to FTC regulation. I don't think that's enough in this particular case because the sponsorship goes beyond just paying them to live stream the gambling. The sponsorship itself is actually faking all of the gambling itself with this fake money that they're gambling with. Now it says 20K raw start. I want to. This clip is paused at this particular scenario because I find it kind of comedic, but also terrifying that this is something that streamers are doing. Again, remember Yasuo here is a streamer who is gambling on stream and is sponsored by Rollbit. Rollbit is known. This is not a secret. It's not illegal. Rollbit gives content creators accounts with money on it, fake money, to stream with or to gamble and then show their audience to market the tool or market their platform. Yasuo, instead of saying, hey, Rollbit gave me more money to play with, it's not real money, instead he says this.
Just as long as I keep 10K on even on the day, let me just do a 5K fruit party and see what happens. Or 5K sweet bonanza and see what happens. 5K sweet bonanza, I win 30K.
He told his audience that offline, after losing $10,000 yesterday, he went ahead and he gambled $5,000 on a single bet and made 30K. So instead of saying, yep, I was given this money by the sponsor, it's not real money, he says, no, actually, I got lucky and I earned it myself. So it's full on lie. It's, as the millennials, or as the Zoomers will say, it's cap. But this is where the FTC is probably going to be a little bit more knife's edgy. You can't do that. You can't lie about that. You can skirt around it or avoid the conversation at all. But if you lie about the source of your funds here and tell them that that's where you start to get into dangerous territory. So in the past, gambling has it's definitely had its ebbs and flows on Twitch and in live streaming in general. But oftentimes when gambling crashes and it's no longer popular, it's after a scandal. Like when Phantom Lord got banned off of Twitch after his percentage, like the percent meme ordeal, or the CSGO scandals around whether or not you're allowed to even gamble with that online because technically it's not real money. And then people who don't disclose stake ownership in the websites that they have, that kind of stuff. All these scandals have taken gambling and through its ebbs and flows. I suspect the next coming scandal will be the fact that these streamers are skirting the line of legal when it comes to FTC disclosures, as well as the fact that a lot of their audience is literally just hemorrhaging money because they see that it's okay that their streamer is gambling hundreds of thousands of dollars, no problem, there's no sweat off their brow. So why not lose $500 myself? I mean, literally, just this guy right here, I lost $500. It's so disheartening in chat. If you go to any of these gambling streamers and just scroll up or down a couple of lines, you will see at least one person saying they've lost $500, $1,000, $2,000 to gambling. And I cannot believe that these streamers can watch that in their chat and just have no emotion. He's not making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of these streams. The website that he's advertising for is. And so this is almost like selling your soul. I do not have a lot of respect for Yasuo because of this. Now, whether or not Yasuo knows the legality, I don't care. Whether or not it was fully legal to be doing what he's doing, and this FTC disclosure was fully legal, the ethical stuff of it is too much too. You've got an audience of underage and just barely of age children, people between the ages of 13 and 25 who don't have good fiscal management skills, who don't understand the value of money, who don't understand the risk of gambling, are now being introduced to gambling as if it's a harmless, fun game to do, no big deal. You can hit it big and it's really exciting. This kind of thing is being introduced to this audience, and you're creating a brewing ground for potentially gambling addiction for thousands of people. And that is incredibly destructive. And I think the only way he doesn't lose sleep on it is by putting this in his stream titles. Don't do what I do. And he'll regularly say, I know it looks like I'm making all this money. It's really exciting, so much fun. But, gambling is dangerous, blah, blah, blah. He just monologues it. You can tell he doesn't actually care. He says that so that he can brush off his conscience and say, I didn't actually cut. It's their fault for losing all that money. It's not my fault. No, Yasuo, it's your fault. And by the way, I am willing to stake. I will gamble $5,000 that Yasuo did not turn one single $5,000 bet into $30,000 on May 1st. I am willing to bet $5,000. I will put this in video right now. If that happens to be true and Yasuo can provide receipts that he played that Sweet Bonanza or whatever game it was one time and turned $5,000 into $30,000 on May 1st, yeah, sure. You know what? I'll give you 10 grand. I'll just pay you 10 grand right now, Yasuo. You know what? I was wrong. Somehow you're the one person that actually earned money through gambling, and that's why that you're gonna just gamble with that. I'm telling you right now, it's not true. It's not gonna happen. Yasuo straight up lied there. But anyways, I'm pissed. I don't like this meta. I've been a streamer for a long time. I stopped streaming for a while, but I still paid attention to Twitch. By the way, this is not an announcement that I'm like coming back to YouTube in a formal capacity or streaming more often. I have streamed recently. I may make a few more YouTube videos, maybe league related, but I just wanted to put this video out there because if there's just one person I can highlight that this is fake money, please don't go gamble. This is such high risk. It's not fun. This is life ruining behavior. I just hope that I can get this video out in front of you. But that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, I guess. And fuck these streamers.